Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm testing out the new Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I have the hydrating formula. If you are excited to see how this foundation applies and wears throughout the day, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel down below and hit the notification bell right next to it so you get notified anytime I upload a video. Without rambling on for too long, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first things first, I'm just going to put my hair back so it does not get in my face. Now to give this foundation the best chance possible, I am going to prime my face. I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. And because I have dry under eyes, I'm also going to put a little bit of the NYX Hydro Touch Oil Primer just underneath my eyes. And I do have larger pores just right here on my cheek area and on my chin. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, just a little tiny bit just on my cheek and chin area. And this might seem like a lot to some people, but since I do this to prime my skin before all foundations, I figure I would do that before going in with this foundation. Now we're gonna go in with the new Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. And this is what it looks like. And I have tried this before. I tried this once before and I wore it for about 6 hours. And I will say that this foundation is a little too dark for me right now, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go in with my Eco Tool sponge to blend it all out. So this is just one layer of the recommended amount. And it did even out my skin tone, but you can definitely still see my acne scars on my chin and my freckles peeking through underneath my eyes and on my nose. So we are gonna go in with a little bit more just to build up the coverage. And I think you could get better coverage using a brush, but I personally don't really prefer brushes. I like to stick to the sponge because that is what gets me the most flawless application. So this is what it looks like with 2 layers of the foundation, and you can see that it definitely did cover up most of my freckles and most of my acne scars. So I would say that it is light to medium, but you can build it up to almost full coverage. I don't think that it actually gets all the way to full coverage, but it's almost full coverage once you built it up. Right now, I really like the finish of it. It's not completely dewy, so I think that if you're oily, you could still use this foundation and not look greasy. It just looks very healthy glowy, not oily, greasy glowy. So I would say that I really do like the finish of the foundation. I like the way it applies. I like the way it looks on my skin. Even having dry patches and acne and scarring, I think that it does look pretty flawless. The only downside that I'm seeing right now upon this application, and I felt it last time too, is that the scent of this foundation, I don't know what it is. It's very Play-Doh-like. And you definitely can still smell this for quite a while after you apply it. I remember from last time, I'm not a fan of the scent. So now that the foundation is on, like I said, I am going to be doing check-ins. Right now it is about 11:30 a.m. I'm going to be wearing this all day and doing check-ins with you guys so you guys can see how it's wearing throughout the day. So I'm going to finish applying my makeup, make sure all of my makeup is playing nicely with the foundation, and I will check in with you guys whenever I'm done with my makeup. So I just got done filming this look. It is now about 12:30, so it has been about an hour. My other products applied really smoothly over top of this foundation. I did not notice any weird things going on with that. I will say that it does seem to be creasing just a little bit in my forehead and in my smile lines, but like I've mentioned before, that is pretty normal for me. I think that it still does look really nice. I did set it down with a powder, and then I did set it with my Mario Badescu facial spray, which adds a little bit more of a glow to it. But again, I don't think that it is too much, too glowy, or looking too greasy. It feels really comfortable on the skin. There's still a little bit of stick to it, so it is not, so I don't think that it's going to completely dry down like I said, and I did set it with a powder, so if you don't like that, then you might not like this foundation. I think that it does look really good though. I don't really like the stick, but again, whenever I touch my face, none of it is coming off on my hands, so that's really nice. So far so good, and I will check in with you guys in a few hours. It is now 3:30, and I think I did my last check-in at 12:30, so it's been a few hours, and this is what the foundation is looking like in natural light. I do see right there's a little bit of creasing, and it is getting a little oily around my nose, which is weird because I've been super dry lately. What do you think about my foundation?
It's foundationally sound.
Do you think it looks bad?
I wouldn't know.
Does it look like my normal foundation?
It's not as good as mine, but...
Do you think it looks
Mine's
like my other foundations?
All natural. Yeah, I mean, it's a little shinier.
Yeah, it is getting a little bit
it's not
oily.
As powdery.
Yeah, so I don't think it's looking too bad, just the creasing around my mouth. And let's see. There's not much creasing going on my forehead. Right now, I think that it's like my other foundations. They just crease around my mouth and my smile lines. So that is my update for now. It is about 7:30 right now. This is what the foundation is looking like. It is extremely oily right now. I'm not going to blot and try and fix it until the end of this video. So this is what it is looking like. I do see a little bit of separation right here on my nose, but I think the creasing on my mouth seems to have gotten better, which I'm not quite sure how, but that's fantastic. I did have a pretty bad headache and had to lay down. So I think that it has rubbed off a little bit right here on my face, but like I said, I was laying down, so that's to be expected. So this is what it is looking like after about 8 hours, and I will check in again in about an hour for my final check-in. Alright guys, this is going to be my final check-in. I have now been wearing this foundation for 9.5 hours. It's about 9 o'clock now. Like I've mentioned, the creasing around my mouth is gone. I don't know what happened there. It is breaking up a little bit around my nose. It's not creasing too bad in my forehead, and I have gotten quite a bit of oil on my face, which is different because I haven't been getting oily. So my final thought on this foundation is that it's okay. Is it my new holy grail foundation? No. However, I do think that this is going to be a great everyday foundation for me. I do like the way that it has worn throughout the day. For it being 9.5 hours later, it does not look bad at all. I have mentioned that it did rub off right here, but that's really the only place other than where it's breaking up on my nose, and I think that that could have been prevented had I not been laying down and had I blotted and stuff throughout the day. I think that it would look a whole lot better. So that is my thoughts on this foundation. It's okay, and if you want to try it out, then it is your call. I am not going to recommend it just because of the shade range, and I'm not going to tell you to support a brand that is not going to have shades for everybody, but for me it did all right throughout the day. So guys, that is it for this video. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel down below and hit the notification bell right next to it so you get notified anytime I upload a video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.